money's just how we keep going. You know, at this volume right now, y'all saw our stats. I was hyperventilated when I got our total for Callahan for last year. You know, $136,000. I thought it was wrong. I added up individually, asked him because he watched me do it. He thought I lost my mind. 177-page report from Callahan. We spent $136,000 at Callahan for 2018. That's not spay and neuter, because that's H. Callan Brooks. That's just medical. That's not AER, which is emergency room, which we spend about $1,000 a month at an emergency room clinic. And that's not special things like Westridge, where PJ Sparkles goes for her therapy every week. We spend, I've lost track, Jan, on what we've spent on PJ.
I think maybe this is a good point to talk about that bill that's going in about cutting what the vets can do.
Perfect.
So just like if everyone wants to call their representative, calling and emailing and leaving messages is the best way to
Yeah,
do it.
that's a great thing because, and what that's going to affect are places like Vanguard, who goes out front of stores and does the $10. It wouldn't affect Callahan, but it would affect your reduced clinics. And that's going to be a huge impact on the rescue community.
Why are we trying to do that? That makes no sense to me.
I think somebody's lobbying.
Yeah, somebody's lobbying for vets, thinking that people who go, like if you go
Take
to
the money away from
regular
yeah,
vets,
it's so cheap.
which is ridiculous. You know, those people that are going to those clinics 9 times out of 10 are not going to be your same customer that's going to go to your regular vet clinic over in Stone Oak or wherever. They're not. They're just not. They're just not going to get their dogs and cats taken care of. Then that's what's going to happen. That's a great thing, Amber.
They're going to be running around my neighborhood.
Exactly. Right.
Which they already are.
Right. Yeah. So
Already,
yeah. So that's and Amber's absolutely right. So that's what you have to remember. Also, too, we have been very blessed on the medical. Really quickly to touch on, we actually are signed off by Dr. Guevara and Dr. Evans. We purchase all of our vet meds from the same clinic, the same location they do in California and in Florida. So we are buying, my Novox is the same Novox Callahan has. My Covina is the same thing the same thing Callahan has. And they 9 times out of 10, if you're Callahan, if you're going to pick up your dog and they said, do you need this? They're probably going to ask you, do you need the pills? And they're going to ask you that because they know we have it. And it's cheaper, dramatically cheaper to get the pills from us than it is to get them from Callahan. Okay, so that's why. And so the other thing too is you also need to understand we're not going to be real quick to send you guys to the vet if your pup ripped its toenail out. We're not. Julie's an RN. April was a vet tech for years. We have a ton of experience, and so we're going to try to taper that in and handle that on our own dime to avoid those vet visits, because we already are going to have the $5,000 on the litter of parvo puppies at Callahan, and we're already going to have the $1,500 Lulubell surgery, and we're already going to have, what do we average on heartworms a month? How many dogs?
300 a dog sometimes.
So how many dogs you figure a month we send in for heartworms? 8 to
At
10?
least 5, 6.
5 to 6? So we're looking at $300 to $500 per dog for just heartworm treatment. That's not counting the 30 days of doxycycline prior to it. And then you have our spay and neuter bill every month, you know. So our vet bills are dramatic. And we never save a dog or don't save a dog because of the vet bill. And I think most of you are here because you know that. Or yeah, we don't. We get PMs constantly. Pull this dog. It's got $2,000 in pledges. We don't pull a dog from the EBI list from animal control for pledges because the odds of that money coming in is slim to none. We pull a dog because we have room. We pull a dog because the foster says they can. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. It's never about the pledges. And when we get a pledge, we're stunned. Like, whoa. Because we had one family who brought a little dog to us, who's actually just adopted up by a niece's family, a little golden lab mix, and they gave us a check for $1,000 when they brought that puppy to us. That never happens. Never. So that was like, we were all like, whoa! That was huge.
Yeah.
So medical, that just gives you a little brief. So and also too, we also have a direct, Dr. Evans, especially with Callahan, is insane about, she'll PM us, like if we've got a crisis and we can't figure out with your dog and we're really trying to get through the night and not go to AER, she's gonna, a lot of times we can PM her and she'll give us a response, do this to get them stable till morning. Oh, we should warn them about Dr. Evans. If any of you have been to Callahan and know Dr. Evans, okay, Dr. Guevara and Dr. Evans are married. Oh yeah, they're husband and wife. You didn't know that, Joe? Okay, Dr. Guevara is very easygoing, very laid back, very...
Hey, how you doing?
He's an equine big animal, okay? Dr. Evans is, matter of fact, she's East Coast. She's from Pennsylvania. No offense, I'm from Ohio. I can say that, right? But she's very matter of fact. She's very abrupt. She has a horrid bedside manner. Yeah. Horrid. So if she offends you, I apologize. But let me tell you what, do not offend her. because we need her. We need her. What they do for us, when you see that 177-page document, you should see all the zeros. A lot of things we don't get charged for. A lot of things. They
Yeah,
work.
it could easily be $250,000.
Yeah, they work very well with us. They do tons for us. She'll get onto a PM and help us through the night. She just says she is who she is, and she doesn't apologize for it. She is who she is. And let me tell you, if you've got a dog with a problem, she's gonna figure it out.
Yep.
Testing.
Yep.
Yeah, I trust her.
I take my personals there. I
I
have
do
one
too.
that's obese, and when I walked in, she was like,
Thank you.
or I given Riley a
can only
treat.
imagine
Yeah,
what
you
she
ready?
said. Oh,
it,
no.
was, it was a mess. I given Riley a treat because she sat down, and she goes, "Well, that's why she's fat." I was like, "Yep,
Yep, that's it.
That's
All
how
right.
she is, yep.
thanks."
Oh, Julie, when Honey was Honey, Julie's daughter's kid, grew masses regularly, and they were cancerous, and it had become pretty chronic. And she didn't realize when it was at the end, and Honey was not doing well, and Natasha took Honey and Julie's daughter, and Dr. Evans hadn't seen Natasha in several years, so didn't realize it was Natasha. So this is her baby, who's basically on her last. And Dr. Evans said, she's just a cancer-making machine. And Natasha was devastated. Just Dr. E. She just figured it was one of our folks that brings the dog in and wasn't quite so personally. But that's just Dr. E. She doesn't mean it. She just doesn't mean it ugly. She just doesn't. She doesn't think. Vanessa is yes.
Making appointments.
Oh, yes.
Okay, making appointments for your dog. If you've got a dog that needs something done that we've decided, like Frankie, we're going to go ahead and make an appointment to get that eye closed up. We just figure overall it's going to probably be better for him in the long run.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them tomorrow.
It's getting worse where, I have to tell them,
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
like
even see
growing.
the eye anymore.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and just do that. So that's going to be, and we're going to say this like 10 times probably. The message board, our volunteer page is not the best place for stuff like that or an emergency or things like that because the odds of us seeing it are, that message board, that main wall gets so
It gets
clogged
buried
with
quickly.
and we don't want that to change with our updates with you guys and questions and answers. But if it's something serious or if you've got that, message me, message April, message Sarah. If I'm not that person, I'm going to get you to that person, okay? And we'll get those appointments made. Same thing again if we go back to an emergency. If you go put it on the page that you have an emergency, I'm going to get 10 PMs from 10 different people who saw it going, did you see that emergency on the page? I'm like, no. Where if you just message me, I'm going to get that quick because I'm pretty on, unfortunately, you'll agree, I'm pretty much on my phone all the time. You can check my PMs. So for an emergency, or
Check
if you
the
have,
amount of phones we buy.
huh?
Check the amount of phones you buy.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, the guy said he'd never seen a screen burned.
With the
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 keyboard
letters, yeah.
is burned on my screen. I go through a phone about every 10 months. In the contact. Anyway, so it's going to be, it's always, your go-to safe is always going to be April Moreno, Sarah, me, Julie. Okay? We're going to be always your best source of go-tos. If you can't, if not, get one of us, and we're gonna get it where it needs to go. Okay? But me getting 10 people messaging me that somebody messaged on the board about an emergency, get to me.
Yeah.
Get to us.
And there might be more information that we need
right.
from
Yeah.
that person
Yeah.
to get the appointment.
Yeah. And we're going to do the best we can. If Callahan does a walk-in, we're going to tell you right now you're going to wait. It's going to be a while. Be patient. We're sorry. There's just nothing. Walk-ins are just what they are. They're walk-ins. And you're at their discretion to get seen.